Hi and welcome to Fashion for Development. This is a beautiful green carpet event here at Park Avenue during Climate Week in New York. My name is Katarina Rolfsdotter Jansson. I am a program host for We Don't Have Time, which is the largest climate action platform in the world. And we're here to showcase and interview beautiful people with beautiful clothes that are interested in sustainability and fashion, and of course also in changing this realm of society into what's happening with fashion to be more sustainable. So I'd like to introduce the first guest here. Let's see who we're going to come in here. Please join me here. Wonderful to have you. Please step on this side. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm founder of Sandra Cashmere brand. Here's my brand.
Oh.
So I'm founder and from Inner Mongolia. I do the cashmere only. So we do the cashmere fashion, cashmere home collection, and every cashmere is sustainable and craftsmanship. So I do a lot of craftsmanship to support the women and Tibet and Inner Mongolia to keeping the craftsmanship, and also a lot of things made by hand. So such kind of things can support the woman. They can work at home. So they don't need to leave the home and get the income and get the job opportunity. So I'm so happy. I'm comes from China, Inner Mongolia, and also being a woman, I want to support women.
It's beautiful work you're doing, really, really great.
Yeah.
And I've been told that you're doing some work for the First Lady luncheon tomorrow. Can you tell us a bit more about that, please?
Yes, tomorrow lunchtime I will make a fashion show. Every fashion show every product is made by hand. So I take from my hometown because I'm in Mongolia, so we have a lot of cashmere gold. So we do a lot of cashmere collection by hand. Everything's handmade, and that means everything is sustainability and zero waste. So I think tomorrow we will launch a fashion show. Please kindly pay attention about everything like I wear everything is cashmere, everything is by hand.
So what you're wearing is absolutely stunning. May I touch it? It's so soft. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So what are your hopes for this evening?
Sorry?
What are your expectations for this evening and also for your Climate Week?
Yes, right. Yeah, I delivered the whole collection, 20 look. So everything is made by hand. Everything is cashmere made. Yeah. And also I hopefully future the sustainability is keeping our life. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And also in terms of what's happening in general in the fashion industry, what trends do you see? Do you see more picking up on the sustainability aspects of creating things like you are?
Yes, during our design and creativity, we always think about how to protect the animals, how to protect the culture, traditional culture, and how to develop basically this sustainability delivery. So every time we deliver our collection, we should think about how to control everything. Not use too much, we use less material, and also we always keeping the zero waste. That means every material we use every time never happening waste. So I think for the sustainability, not only fashion, but also follow up every work, every step of work.
Well, thank you for joining me here on the green carpet. Enjoy your evening and this fantastic work you're doing. It's really trailblazing. Well, now we have another guest here. Wonderful. Please tell us who you are and your expectations for tonight.
I'm Evie Evangelo. I'm the organizer.
Oh, you are Evie. Now, of course, Evie. I've only seen you in a Zoom call, and that didn't make you justice. Now here you are, gorgeous.
Yeah.
So Evie, you are the hostess. You're the main event maker here. So Evie, please tell us about why you're doing this and how you came about doing it.
I started it several years ago because I felt that there needed to be a celebration and a bright light for the sustainable goals. There's too many dark things happening, and why we do these events is to create inspiration and bring light and show where the hope is and where people who are doing the changes are, and bring them to the forefront so that other people get inspired and follow.
So what are your expectations for this evening, Evie?
Well, I'm very excited because tonight we're preserving culture in a way, and also we have a lot of things upstairs during the program, but we've partnered with Years of Culture, which is highlighting Qatar, Morocco this year, and also education above all. And two very important things for us is the preservation of cultures, the cultural exchange among nations, which brings forth peace, reconciliation, tolerance, and education above all, which is our partner tonight. If we don't have education, if we don't help the youth, if we don't inspire them to better, then what's going to happen tomorrow? So we're trying to support what we feel is most important to be the change.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. It's amazing what you have achieved in this event so far, and I'm sure it's going to be fantastic throughout the evening. Thank you so much, Evie. I'm sorry for not recognizing you with small boxes. And I'm Swedish, so apologies.
Okay, no worries.
Apologies.
But you also met Julia here.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, both of you.
You support me a lot for the sustainability, even support the Tibet and Inner Mongolian women. So I'm really appreciate everything. Yeah.
Wonderful to talk to both of you, and thanks again for organizing this and for sponsoring it. Thank you. So let's see now, we have some more guests coming up here. Another beautiful lady, and I think she'll be stepping up on the green carpet. Good evening, please join me. Wonderful. So please tell the audience here who you are and what brings you to this event tonight.
Okay, so hi everybody, my name is Yiling Li. I'm so happy to join this great event. Actually go back maybe 11 years ago, I already joined the first lady luncheon. I think it's the first time. My father is a world leader calligrapher. His name is Professor Li Guodong, and we are very honored to participate. He's right the calligraphy with a calligraphy Chinese fashion show, which is great. And today I'm so happy after 10 years. And tomorrow, First Lady Luncheon, we will also provide this very beautiful message, happiness.
Well, happiness, Evie also mentioned this. It's so much doom and gloom. We also need to focus on the joy and the happiness, right?
Yes, yes. Especially after pandemic, this world's changed. So everybody a little bit depressed and sad. So this message is very, very important. We want this happy color, brighten the whole room, and also deliver the message, wish everybody happy, healthy, and wealthy.
Well, thank you so much. So what are your expectations for this evening? What are you looking forward to? And also during Climate Week in general?
Yeah, actually, I have NGO, UCT Culture Center, which is a UN NGO. We organize a lot of events at United Nations headquarters, and especially now it's a GA Assembly. I think this fashion show is great. Promote the sustainable development, use the fashion way, and this is really, really good idea, and we are very appreciate our organizer, Evie, to do these great things. And also, I wish we are like a part of a sponsor to give people the beautiful message to brighten the room, and also deliver the peace, happiness to the whole world. So,
thank you so much. As a final question, what would be your tips, points for somebody who wants to be more sustainable in their fashion?
I think fashion is not only art things. Fashion is everywhere. We can say outside we wear this beautiful dress or suit is fashion, but also we carry inside the heart. We can be the fashion way. This time fashion is love and peace, I think. So through the fashion, when we see the beautiful stage, the beautiful model, we are peaceful and we very happy from the bottom of our hearts. So I think this is the goal. We want to, deliver the message to the world. So we will continue to bring this happiness calligraphy to the whole world, and also please join our team to promote the peace and the happiness.
Well, thank you so much, and best of luck with your important work. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you. And we have a new guest coming up here, Via Thompson, there she is. Via Thompson, please join me. Step on this side, please. Wonderful to have you here.
Yeah, wonderful. It's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you.
So, what are your expectations for tonight?
Well, I just hope that we can aware the fact that global warming and saving the earth is such a big deal, because we want to make sure that our future generations have a great life. And yeah.
So you starred in The Lion King. Did this work with The Lion King and just deep diving into the natural aspects? I mean, just being in this setting, did this bring you closer to nature and closer to sustainability in any aspect?
Well, I would like to say yes, because as a lion, you are in the jungle and you are just all over nature, and it's such an important fact to just keep the facts of life, the circle of life, and how you want to make sure that the next generation and the next generation and the next just keep on being able to live the way that you want them to live in a great earth, a great earth.
So what would you say is the connection here with culture and sustainability and fashion and sustainability? How can fashion and culture, for instance, your work, play into sustainability?
Well, we all want to make sure that everyone's cultures are sustained, because everybody's culture and who we are is a very important factor of bringing ourselves together to create such a great earth and making sure that everybody is happy. So yes.
Wonderful. So please tell us what you're wearing. It's fabulous. And I love your hair.
Thank you. Well, honestly, I don't know where I got this dress from, but I love it. My mom picked it out for me. She's the best. I got my hair done today, and I am so glad to be here, and I just love the look.
Well, you're really owning it. You look fabulous. So thank you, and best of luck with your continued career, and it's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Terrific. So many beautiful guests, and the room is filling up. If I look behind the cameras here, there's at least 150, 200 people mingling around. And they are mingling and talking, of course, about what's happening tonight and what they're expecting. And then my next guest coming up is Fatouche. She's a singer, so please join me. Please join me, Fatouche. Wonderful to have you here, Fatouche. Please tell the audience a bit about your work. You're a very famous singer, and tell the audience here about what you're working on right now.
Okay, so thank you so much. I would like to thank Fashion for Development for inviting me to be here tonight, especially Evie. And I think that we are here to celebrate the rich and vibrant culture of Morocco. So I think that I am so honored to be here to represent my country.
Will you be singing?
It's a surprise, so maybe I'm gonna sing a mix between Moroccan, Arabic, African, American songs. My goal is to show that I sing different languages, in many different languages, and my goal is to build bridges between different cultures, to show that through music we can express ourselves, and we can build, I try to build a bridge between different cultures to know each other.
That's a beautiful way to put it, really. So tell the audience here about, for instance, you're wearing something, it's Moroccan, yes. Is it traditional or is it new design?
It's a Moroccan traditional dress. We call it kaftan, and it's designed by a Moroccan famous stylist. It's Siham El Habti, which is here to participate in this exhibition. She has in the second floor her exhibition about kaftan, and I feel so comfortable in my dress, and I'm honored to wear the Moroccan dress in this occasion.
Well, it's absolutely stunning. So, the last question from my side here. When you think about sustainability and fashion, what do you think about?
I think it's very important, and I think Evie and Fashion for Development, they do a great and powerful job, because they can match between sustainability, between fashion, and they can express some messages about the importance to help people through different kind of sector. I'm sorry about my English because in Morocco
You're doing great.
our second foreign language is French, so I'm doing my best. So I said that I think even fashion or music or arts in general, we can use it to express some messages about peace, about helping each others, about bringing some help and think about each others, but with easiest way, so that we can touch the heart of people through arts and fashion.
Beautifully put. And I really, really hope we get to hear you sing tonight.
Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for joining me and
Thank
enjoy
you.
your evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the next guest coming up is a youth activist. Let's see, there he is. Please join me on this side here. So, your name is Youth Abakari. Please correct me if I did mispronounced.
Ahmed Al-Hajari. Yes, from Education Above All Foundation, Youth Advocate.
So what hopes do you have for this event tonight, and what brings you here?
So today we are celebrating as part of the Qatar Years of Culture. With Morocco this year, we're celebrating with Education Above All Foundation and our sister organization, Silatech. We've launched an exhibition called Weaving Hopes, which really focuses on supporting the artisan youth of Morocco. They're working on creating different artifacts that in turn not only allows them to make monetary fund and sustain their lives as youth from their artwork, but also continues to sustain their lives in their communities. And that's why we're here today.
Fantastic work. So from your perspective, sustainability and culture, how do we sort of work even more with culture to enhance the work towards the Sustainable Development Goals?
I think in a lot of cultures it does go hand in hand. Maybe in ways that are not easy to notice. In some cultures it's very deep in the culture, in other cultures maybe it's not, but it's definitely, there is room for it to grow. I think that's the work that we're trying to do throughout our programs at Education Above All, is trying to implement sustainable cultures throughout, especially in areas of conflict or in areas that are difficult to reach, or communities that are not supported in your normal day-to-day. So I think there is an area for it to grow, and there is an area for it to go hand in hand, and I think the global community as a whole is starting to see that, and we're starting to reach that level, and for the goal to reach the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And just a short, quick question at the end here. We're at your Climate Week. So what are your hopes for what's going to happen during Climate Week in general?
I mean, I'm hoping that during the Climate Week we've reached the discussions to really put climate control into priority, as it's definitely time for that, and hoping for the best and hoping to see what turns out of it.
Well, I completely agree. We're hoping for the best. And culture and what you do is really a key player in this game. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. So, we have a real important guest coming up here on the stage to join me. Please step to my side here. Please introduce yourself. I mean, most people in this room, I think all people in this room know who you are, but maybe there's somebody behind the camera who doesn't.
I'm sure a lot of people don't know who I am, but I'm Mohammed Rashid Al Thani, the founding director and curator at the Institute of Arab and Islamic Art here in New York.
Wonderful, and you must be excited to be here tonight.
Yeah, it's a remarkable event, what Evie has been able to create with Years of Culture, and celebrating this remarkable moment of bringing people together for art and design, I think is remarkable.
So what would you say is the most important role that culture plays when it comes to meeting the Sustainable Development Goals?
I think it's very important that, in my field as a curator and as a designer, to do my part when I come to design my clothing or when I do my exhibitions, and how sustainable one can be in their fields. And I think it's a good reminder that everyone can do their part.
Evie said that we need to bring some more joy and some sort of well, happiness was maybe not her word, but everything. So many things are doom and gloom. What is your perspective on the celebration like this to sort of grease the engines towards? Maybe I shouldn't say engines, but grease the machinery, or what's happening that we need to create more traction to create a sustainable world. How important is beauty, cultural, just celebration?
I think it's it's remarkable when we look at the details of how we can be responsible in our own fields. As someone that runs a clothing brand also under the umbrella of Aya, and using sustainable fabric and material, you see beauty in things that are discarded and people don't use. You find your way through creativity and design to bring life to things that maybe often are disregarded.
So what do you say about the public awareness of the need to transition to more sustainable consumption, not just the consumption but also the production in other companies? Or is the general public waking up?
I mean, absolutely. I think governments are doing a lot of work, NGOs and entities, to make it really be part of our day-to-day lives. And I think, as much as those big NGOs have a responsibility, we as individuals also have responsibility. So we hope that, when people get to experience design and fashion and see that we're putting so much sustainability in that can really become part of our daily lives.
Well, we have a beautiful planet that we need to protect, and of course beautiful clothing and design and culture goes hand in hand with this if we do it right?
Sorry?
If we do it right, everything goes hand in hand, protecting the planet and creating beautiful, sustainable fashion.
Absolutely. We live in a smaller world than we really often think. And we need to take more care about the planet around us, as we see, global warming, for example, is something that every person this year experienced because of the heat advisories across the world. And it makes us think, is this the kind of world that we want to live in, or do you want to take action? And this event today, I think, sheds the light on the importance of that.
If you were to address somebody who's fairly new to this train of thought, what would be your advice, your approach, consuming and being more fashionable in a more sustainable way?
I would say start at your household. Try to be responsible and reasonable with what you consume on your day-to-day lives. Whether it's going to a grocery shop, using the same bag that you have. I think these small things, these baby steps, take us a very long way.
If you're more specific and talk about how you dress and fashion, how could you start? I
mean, the pair of trousers I have on, I've had since 2008. So there's no shame in using what you have and trying to pair your clothes, pair them differently every time you have them on. With myself running an institute, I'm a bit more conservative in how I dress. But I think for people out there that live a more flexible life, there's so much you can do with clothing that you have. And I think, again, it really starts at the household, and there's so much you can do there.
And never throw textiles into the garbage, right? You can always recycle them or give them to donations. You can create furniture from old t-shirts, right?
Absolutely. Pass it on to your kids, if you don't have kids, your friends' kids, your nieces, nephews. I think there's a going back to vintage clothing now, and people normalizing that. And I think that's also another way of being sustainable and being responsible. It's really a lifestyle, and it's a train of thought, and it takes time and training. But once you're in the groove of it, you understand that it's a day-to-day tasks.
And if you were to wear your pants as long as you did, by the way, this dress is from 1999, so I'm actually even better in that aspect or worse, depends on how you see it. So then you need to buy quality, right?
I mean, absolutely. I think clothes are investment. If you save up to invest in clothes that are maybe a little bit more expensive, you know that they'll be much more durable. And of course, not everyone can afford certain level of qualities. But I think in today's age, there's so many different outlets that one can really go to for good quality clothing. It's becoming more accessible than ever. And I think that's also a way of looking at it.
Thank you for sharing your insights, and thanks for your fantastic work. And enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, let's see who's the next guest coming up here. There's lots of people moving around, taking pictures to my side here. And please join me. Oh, what a beautiful gown.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm Angel. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Angie.
Hi.
So please introduce what you work with and what brings you to this event.
Yes, thank you. I'm Angel Pie, and I'm here to support Fashion for Development because it is very important. As I work in the entertainment fashion industry for the last 15 years, I've witnessed the changes, and especially the designers that really make an effort to promote not fast fashion, but legacies and sustainable fashion. And that's very important to us because we all have to wear clothes, but we all have a choice of what we wear and who we support. And I'm a designer myself. This is my jewelry, Illumin Designs. It's my art. For me, I started this because I saw a lot of fast fashion with jewelry. And not only did it not speak to me, the practices of a lot of fast fashion jewelry was hard for me to stomach. So for me, I started working with local miners, artisans, working with them to mine the gemstones around the world, to try to support families and cut out the middleman, where we can directly support and work with different miners and locals, artisans around the world. And I hand make all the pieces. It is my art. So with everything that I do, I try to be very conscious and aware of who I source from, who I work with, their sustainable practices. And I can't speak for other designers, but I know that for myself, this is the least I can do in trying to give back to a world. And I work with different foundations to funnel our humanitarian causes, the nonprofits, through the various UN SDG foundations to empower women and children, education, to teach and empower local women and children around the world to support their craft and empower them by selling their jewelry and funneling their own education. So it's about sustainability in an empowerment way, not just financially.
Fantastic work, and the jewelry is stunning.
Thank you so much.
Stunning. So tell us a bit about your expectations for tonight and also in general for the Climate Week.
Well, I just came back from various UN SDG events. I was at the UN actually on Saturday as Master of Ceremony for Public Foundation. We cover the UN SDG Media Zone. So I had the honor of interviewing world leaders, UN ambassadors, world change makers, and hear their stories and moderate. And I'm very much impacted by the journeys that everyone else had led and lived that led them to this place to try to give back. I was just earlier with the one of the elders of the biggest indigenous tribe in Brazil, and really hearing the first-handed what is going on in the Amazon forest, first-handed in nations and land that we are not so affected by here. It was devastating, heartbreaking, and eye-opening. So now is the time for all of us to do what we can. It doesn't have to be a grand plan, but if we all are more aware of what we're doing, how we're living our life consciously, it will make a big difference and hopefully inspire, spark around the world.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this topic, and really, I hope you have a wonderful evening and good luck with your fantastic work. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have a new guest coming up here. wearing an absolutely gorgeous outfit. Please step to the side here. Good evening. How are you tonight?
I am Yogumata Keiko Aikawa. I teaching deep meditation. I went to Himalaya to practice to the deep meditation. We have everyone to the inner peace and the inner power. And
so what are you looking forward to tonight? What are you looking forward to tonight?
Tonight I am everyone to make peace and inner power develop. So my love share to coming to the woman power. Woman has too much deep side compassion. We have a compassion that is natural nature. So everything take care of nature and good world making peace and here everyone fashion to express themselves more open heart and love and everyone not get tired to stressful world. So anything work hard, we work hard. More love yourself, forgive yourself, and share love, and to enjoy their work. Uma is so lovely. I am Uma. I am 80 age. My age 80. And then I deep samadhi, immortal. I become immortal. So I have a secret inside ourselves. We have a lot of power, how to harmonize body and mind and develop the consciousness. So we have a lot of power. The woman, Japanese woman too much shy. So an American woman is maybe express themselves very beautiful, but sometimes too much stress. So we need to harmonize ourselves. So I am share my love and peace, and I teaching meditation. For more, I am working hard to writing and teaching. So everyone to develop. So inside, everything from inside come out. So inner peace and love, not too much using a brain, sometimes the stress. So relax, we need to relax and love ourselves. So I want to share my peace so that I came here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your sharing your thoughts here. And I really, really wish you have a fabulous evening. And you look absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now we have a next guest coming up here to join me. Let's see who is joining me here on the stage. There is a fabulous crowd around me. And everybody's enjoying themselves. And what we're seeing here are the people from all ages, different cultures, all different walks of life. It's fabulous to see people just enjoying themselves and celebrating the importance of culture and sustainability that really can interconnect and work to create a more healthy and more prosperous and beautiful planet. So, and all right, Miss New York, wonderful. Step to this side. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm Marisa Delgado, Miss New York USA 2024.
So what brings you here? What interests do you have in cultural, the connection in culture and sustainability?
So I'm an environmentalist at heart, and I actually work in the intersection of technology, fashion, and sustainability. I work at Rent the Runway, and this dress is actually from Rent the Runway. So
I love Rent the Runway.
I'm so glad to hear that. So I collect user data to make the app better, have a better experience. And since 2010, we have eliminated 1.6 million new garments from these landfills, and I think that's really important to change the perspective that people have on clothing, that it's not one-time use, that you should be reusing and reducing your impact on the world.
Thank you so much for saying this. I mean, we've all seen the mountains of discarded clothes in the Chilean desert and the waters of the coast of Africa. It's just horrible, the fast fashion that keeps just pumping out poor quality clothing. So the rented runway is a success. So apart from renting your runway clothing, what advice can you give to people that want to be more sustainable and still be fashionable?
I would say that it's all about like reinventing what it means to be fashionable, and also remembering that all of us have, if we bring together all our micro efforts, we can really make an impact on this world. I'm the first Filipina American Miss New York USA, and in the Philippines we have seen the worst of the climate effects. So I want to help build a better future, and that can also start with fashion.
So what are your expectations for this evening?
This is my first time here. I have like no expectations, but I'm excited. I've already met some great connections, and when you meet great connections, you can build amazing things.
I completely echo that. So in terms of fashion, the awareness of people when it comes to fashion and sustainability, how can we, apart from interviewing smart people like you, how can we really speed up the transition into people becoming more aware?
We live in a digital age, so I feel like social media has such a huge impact for spreading your message. And for myself, I'm an environmentalist at heart, so I always make sure to tag Rent the Runway and also like share about events like this where we're really making an impact. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss New York. I never thought I would meet a Miss New York. Beautiful dress, beautiful thoughts you're sharing with us, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.
Great. Wonderful. We have a new guest. They just keep coming. The one more beautiful than the other. It's great to see you here. So please introduce yourself to the guests here.
Hi, I'm Libby Klein. I'm an artist, and I just love to bring beautiful things into the world, having acceptance and love for everybody, and making the world beautiful.
So what are your expectations for this event, and what have you picked up so far?
So I actually created these gorgeous tequila bottles with all different countries and cultures, and just trying to bring the beauty and the positivity out in the world.
So we just started New York Climate Week. What is your take on the connection between fashion and climate and fashion and sustainability?
I think that bringing love and positive vibes and putting people in an environment where things are so beautiful could help bring the world to a better place. And being a girl who believes in tradition and heritage and holds on very strong to her culture, it's something that I strongly believe in.
So please tell us about your outfit.
I'm a traditional girl, so trying to bring that out.
And is it a garment that has a history?
It is a vintage piece, and being a girl who believes in heritage and tradition and wanting to bring that out in the world and not letting go of what you believe in, it's something that I feel strongly about. I created a beautiful family tree for the English family. I come from a special family that I want to hold on to, and I have 5 kids myself, so it's just something that I strongly believe in.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts. And any final advice to people that want to be more sustainable in their fashion and their sort of follow their dreams and creating their own style, but doing it sort of in an eco-friendly way?
I feel like holding on to your dreams and not letting go and having a direction is something that's super, super, super important. Being a traditional girl, actually I was raised in Israel. I was brought up there, and just wanting the world to just be peaceful and beautiful is something that's so important. And I feel like respect and love is something very important.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Thank you. So, we have another beautiful lady coming up here on the runway. Please join me. Lady in red.
Lady in red.
Lady in red. Please introduce yourself.
I am Jenna List, and I work with Marin. So we are a up-and-coming clothing line for girls, high-end, fully biodegradable, all sustainable. We use one velvet on one trim, and that is the only part of our process that is not fully sustainable. But we're just think it's really important to get the word out to young girls, so working at that pace to try and, you know, change the fashion industry one step at a time. So
wonderful. Could you please repeat your name for the audience and your company?
It's Jenna List, and I'm with Moren. So we are, a clothing line for young girls.
So what age bracket are you in?
Typically, I would say starting around 4 up to a size 12. So up into the teen years, so more young girls. Our designer started designing for her daughter many years ago, and has been doing it ever since, and a lot of people decided that she should do this full time, and so here we are.
So you mentioned biodegradable materials and also sustainable aspects of reproduction. So what kind of materials are you using?
Mostly silk. We work with a manufacturer in London and some in Los Angeles. All of our silkworms are even fed byproducts that are used, so it's sustainability from the very beginning. All of our laces are hand done. Everything's made in small batches. We have zero waste. Anything that comes off of a dress goes into an accessory if there's extra fabric. So we make it a point to make it our priority overall.
I'm loving this, what you're telling us. It's such important, inspiring work. And in general, do you think people are becoming the consumers are becoming more aware of the adverse sides of fast fashion?
You know, I think that they're becoming more aware, and that's where we have made it a point to bring it into young girls. My daughter models for this line as well, and the first thing she tells people is that her dress is biodegradable. So I think that as we move forward in the fashion industry, it's important to teach girls really young, and it's the time. But yes, I think that people are starting to get a little bit more aware, but more than that, the more we talk about it, I think, then the more important it becomes. So.
And that's why you're here, right?
I'm here. That's why I'm here. But thank you for having us, and thank you for being here.
Wonderful to chat with you.
Thank you.
And enjoy your evening. And this is Lady in Red, stunning Lady in Red. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. So this was my final interview here on the green carpet for the Fashion for Development event. And it's going to continue upstairs with entertainment and more food and drinks. And this is, actually, somebody says that I'm going to get one more guest. Surprise. Let's see who that is. There's another beautiful lady waiting to get ready to join me here on the carpet. And we have so many women. It's mostly women, which might not be a surprise when it's fashion, but also gentlemen mingling around here. And they all look very happy and, of course, beautiful. And here's another gorgeous person. Please step to this side. And please introduce yourself and tell us what brings you here.
My name is Hindu Umaru Ibrahim. I'm from Chad, and I am an indigenous woman who is leading the climate and biodiversity conservation. And I'm here to give this message on how we can protect the Mother Earth who is crying.
That is beautiful. And please tell us about your traditional dress.
This is my typical indigenous dress. So my mom or my grandmom, all of them wear that every single day. So we tie the head, they take it off only when they sleep. So it's not like my occasional one, but it is my normal dress traditionally as an indigenous woman.
So you're this beautiful in your everyday work, huh?
It's my everyday. So I wear that even in winter because I need to represent my culture, my identity. But of course it is also beautiful, representative as a woman.
Well, fantastic to see you. Somebody speaks in my ear, says that I have to wrap this up. I'm so happy that you were our final guest and just showcasing that you could look beautiful in everyday life and you could bring your own cultural outfits to the stage and to focus on.
Culture that protect the nature, culture that protect the people. Yes.
Amen to that. Thanks so much. Enjoy your evening. And this marks the end of this event. Keep focusing on beauty, protecting nature. It goes hand in hand. And we can be more sustainable in our choices when it comes to fashion, of course. There's much to read up on this, and just keep at it. We need to bring this planet to a safe landing zone for the coming generations. And also at the same time, stay fashionable. Thank you. Bye-bye.